Hello everyone and welcome back to this lovely series where we in the Pro Wrestling Simulator are booking the WWE. We started at the Royal Rumble and we are heading towards the next premium live event, which is the No Way Out, where there is gonna be the Elimination Chamber matches, both a women's elimination chamber match and a men's elimination chamber match, which winners are gonna challenge the current world champions for their titles at WrestleMania. So yeah, in this video we are gonna advance 1 week, so you will gonna see a Raw and a Smackdown show. So let's get into it. We are here in Tennessee for the Monday Night Raw, and John Cena opens the show. He makes his big entrance. He's of course John Cena is a face here, and he cuts a promo about the Elimination Chamber itself, the Elimination Chamber match itself at No Way Out. And Cena wants to declare himself as an entry for the Elimination Chamber match. The crowd is fully behind this and behind Cena and supports this decision, because everybody knows that Cena could be in the Elimination Chamber match without winning a qualifier match. But Chad Gable interrupts, and Gable calls out Cena for being a lazy so-called legend. Cena just a shell of his former self, and he is just afraid of that he would not be able to qualify himself to the Elimination Chamber match, so he wants to choose a shortcut. Cena just wants to do this the lazy way. That this was said by Chad Gable, and in response of that, Cena says that Gable is right. He will qualify himself to the chamber, but only if his opponent could be Chad Gable. So Cena wants Chad Gable, and of course Gable not wanted this outcome. But Adam Pearce comes out and makes it official for tonight. So there gonna be a Elimination Chamber qualifier match tonight between John Cena and Chad Gable. But after this segment, it's time for the women to show us what they can do. Alexa Bliss and Raquel Rodriguez match is next, which was won by Raquel Rodriguez because of Liv Morgan's interference. On the previous Raw, we just witnessed that how Alexa Bliss has her sights set for the women's IC title, which is currently held by Lyra Valkyria, but Alexa Bliss got interrupted by Liv and Raquel, and they said that Raquel is the only woman that is gonna be challenging for the women's IC title next. And Raquel wins this match. Raquel pins Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss loses her first singles match after returning at the Royal Rumble. The crowd reaction was 65. The match quality was I think not that great, 55%. Therefore the final score was 61%. But after the match, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez continues to attack Alexa Bliss, but Lyra Valkyria comes out with a steel chair in hand and comes for the rescue of Alexa Bliss. And like after that, Liv and Raquel chased away by Lyra, and after that Alexa Bliss stares down with Lyra, and then Alexa Bliss holds up Lyra's hand and gives her a hug. And I will handle some character changes, because Alexa Bliss not only gonna turn face but turn and change character. Yes. So Alexa Bliss right now, because of this, Alexa Bliss turned face, because For some reason in the game, Alexa Bliss was showed as a heel, but thanks to this segment, Alexa Bliss turned face. So yeah, okay, next segment. Oh, wait a minute. This segment got a final score, a 78%, which is great. I think it's great. And in the next match, we got a three-way tag team match for the number one contendership for the WWE World Tag Team titles, which match was won by the American Made, Brutus and Julius Creed. They defeated the LWO and the Alpha Academy in this match. So yeah, they gained some popularity. Yeah. But the crowd was not that invested in this match. Only 43%, but the match quality was luckily 73%, and therefore the final score was 56%. And after the match, the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar with Valhalla, came out and stared down with Brutus and Julius Creed, and there was of course Ivy Nile too, because Valhalla was there too. So yeah, so like the War Raiders and the American Made stared down each other. And of course Chad Gable was not here because Chad Gable is preparing for his match tonight against John Cena. Okay, next segment. There was a promo package, like video, that showcased us what happened last week between Seth Rollins, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. What happened is Seth Rollins had his Elimination Chamber qualifier match against Drew McIntyre, but after the match, Gunther and Kaiser attacked him, and of course, on that show, opening segment, Rollins and Gunther was had a war of words sort of situation, and in that war of words type of action, Rollins said to Gunther that he wants his title, and therefore Gunther attacked later that night Seth Rollins, Gunther and Kaiser. And after that video package went down, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee announces to us that tonight's main event will be Seth freaking Rollins versus Ludwig Kaiser. So yeah, this segment got a final score of 85. So 85%, so that's great. And the next match was Bayley and Sonya Deville, and this match was a qualification match for the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and Bayley won that match. So yeah, the crowd reaction was great, I think. Yeah, 76 is pretty nice. The match quality was 67%, which is not that great, but I think it's okay. So therefore the final score was 72%, and Bayley defeated Sonya Deville, and therefore she is qualified herself to the Women's Elimination Chamber match. But after the match, Roxanne Perez appears on the Titantron, like in a video format. Roxanne Perez appears on the Titantron, and Bayley is still celebrating in the ring. But Roxanne Perez appears on the Titantron screen and cuts a promo on Bayley, and Roxanne calls out Bayley for getting involved in her business last week, because Roxanne Perez last week defeated Natalya to qualify herself to the Women's Elimination Chamber match, but Roxanne then attacked Natalya, and Bayley was Bayley came out and saved Natalya from Roxanne Perez and chased away Roxanne Perez. So that's why Roxanne Perez calls out Bayley for getting involved in her business, and also Roxanne calls Bayley the worst member of the Four Horsewomen, but not as a wrestler, but as a person. So it's clear that this rivalry between the two quickly turned into like a personal rivalry. So, or like Roxanne made it to a personal rivalry between these two women. So yeah, that was the segment. It got a final score of 71%, which is great, I think. And after this, and after that, it was Chad Gable versus John Cena. John Cena's first singles match, which he won. John Cena won that match and therefore qualified himself for the men's elimination chamber match at No Way Out. This match was scheduled for 15 minutes and the crowd was loved it. As I can see, yeah, 91%, which is great. The match quality was 82%, which is also very nice. So therefore, this match was the final score of this match was 87, which is great. And Cena won it, so Cena qualified himself to the men's elimination chamber match at No Way Out. After this, we cut to backstage where Rhea Ripley was interviewed by Katy Kelly about Io Sky, the Rumble winner, Io Sky, and Rhea says that Io has not made her decision yet. It's not clear yet, but she would love to face Io Sky at the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania, because she really respects Io Sky, and also she really knows that how good Io Sky is, but it doesn't matter that how good Io Sky is, because mommy will be always on top. So yeah, that's it. There's this segment, there's this interview, which has got a final score of 78%, which is great, I think. And in the next segment, we got our main event, where Ludwig Kaiser and Seth freaking Rollins had a great match. Yeah, the crowd loved it. 85%, so I think that's great. The match quality was 79%, which is also great. So therefore, the final score was 83%, and Seth Rollins won this match and beat Ludwig Kaiser in this match. But after the match, Gunther music hit and Gunther comes out, but he not gets in the ring, just comes to ringside and like holds up his world title. So like it's a stare down, but it has a much more distance, because Gunther doesn't want to get in the ring with Rollins anytime soon. So yeah, and that's the final segment of Monday Night Raw, and this segment got a final score of 89%, which I think is great. And also the Kaiser Rollins match was scheduled for 17 minutes. Okay, Gunther popularity has rose, but Seth freaking Rollins is not went anywhere. Doesn't went anywhere. Yeah. Alright, and show. Okay, 84%. That's great. Yeah, we gain popularity everywhere. Okay, that's great, I think. Let's advance to the Friday night Smackdown. So, we are here at the Smackdown show, this week's Smackdown show, and the show opens with CM Punk, and the Punk cuts a promo about the current world champions Cody Rhodes and Gunther, and speaks about how he's gonna make his choice, because CM Punk is the Rumble winner, and Punk talked about how he's gonna make his choice between Cody and Gunther, but he could not speak so much because he gets interrupted by the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa, and Solo Sikoa and CM Punk has gotten a war of words. Solo says that neither Punk or Cody belong in the main event of WrestleMania. The main event of WrestleMania belongs to the Bloodline. And then the Bloodline attacks CM Punk, but then Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso appear and came for CM Punk's rescue and saves. They even the odds against the Bloodline and save CM Punk from that vicious beatdown. And there is a lot of chaos going on between these 8 men. So the GM, the general manager Nick Aldis, makes multiple matches for tonight. Like Jey Uso versus Jacob Fatu Elimination Chamber qualification match for tonight, and also Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa, another Elimination Chamber qualification match that starts right now. So yeah, this segment got a final rating of 88. That's great. Everybody, sort of everybody has rose with has gained popularity, as I should say, but Punk and Cody are not, but that's not a problem, I think. So yeah, we jump right into the Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa Elimination Chamber qualification match. Let's see. The crowd reaction was 83. The match quality was 62. That is not that great. So therefore the final score was 74. Jimmy put in a huge effort, and in 15 minutes, Solo Sikoa beat Jimmy Uso in a rather cleaner fashion, in a dominant fashion. So yeah, Solo Sikoa qualifies himself to the men's elimination chamber match for No Way Out. And after this match, we cut to backstage where Byron Saxton interviews Bianca Belair about her women's elimination chamber qualification match that is up next, and Bianca says a few words about this, and this segment got a 84% final score, so that's great. And after that we jump right into the match. Bianca Belair versus Blair Davenport. Bianca wins this one. Of course, Bianca wins this one in not a squash match. I would not say that this was a squash match because it was scheduled for 8 minutes, but in a rather dominant way. So there was no question that Bianca is gonna win this one, and she won this one. The crowd reaction was 69, which is surprising because of Blair Davenport. I didn't expect this much great crowd reaction, but okay, I take it. The match quality was 86%, which is okay, I think. So therefore the final score was also okay, 68%, so I think that's great. And Bianca Belair gained a lot of popularity, so that's great also. But after the match, Nia Jax and Candice LeRae attacks Bianca Belair, but Jade Cargill, Bianca's tag team partner and friend, comes for her rescue and chases away Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. The segment got a final score of 77%, and everybody gained popularity except for Bianca Belair, but that's not a that's not a problem. I think it was good. And then Kevin Owens came out to the ring, and Owens called out Randy Orton for being too stuck in the past, because you know, in the previous week on Smackdown, Orton called out Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens was nowhere to be found, and Carmelo Hayes and Carmelo Hayes came out and like had a few words for Randy, and that was turned into a match. So yeah, but Randy wanted Owens because Randy, as he said, he's not done with Kevin Owens. So yeah, Owens calls out Randy for being too stuck in the past. Then Randy Orton comes out, and Randy says that it's not him who is stuck in the past, but the voices in his head. So yeah, Randy hears the voices in his head again, and the voices in his head are telling him to not wait any longer. And then a brawl starts between Randy and KO, but right away they get pulled apart from each other. So it was an intense segment which is got a final score of 87%, and I think that's great. All right. They not gained any popularity, but that's completely fine. And after that segment, we got a one-on-one match between Montez Ford and Johnny Gargano. Of course, at ringside, there was Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano's tag team partner, and Angelo Dawkins, who is Montez Ford's tag team partner. Don't forget that Montez and Angelo, the Street Profits, are won the number one contendership for the tag team titles on the past week. Yeah, on the last episode of Smackdown. And right now there is this one-on-one match between Montez and Johnny Gargano, which was won by Montez Ford. Alright, the crowd reaction was 67%, the match quality was 82%, and therefore the final score of this match was 74%. Gargano lost a lot of popularity. Alright, the segment may have helped Montez Ford gain popularity, but their lack of momentum meant the fans couldn't get behind them. Oh, I see. So the Street Profits has a lack of momentum. That's strange. Because, you know, the last episode of SmackDown they won a match, so I don't know why they have lack of momentum. But okay, I take it. 74%, the final score, so let's advance. And then we cut to backstage, where Byron Saxton interviews this time Tiffany Stratton, the women's champ, and he asks Tiffy about Becky Lynch and Becky Lynch's return to the WWE. In the last episode of SmackDown, Becky Lynch has successfully qualified to the Women's Elimination Chamber match, beating Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Stratton was asked about that in this interview about Byron Saxton, and Tiffany talked about that. So yeah, this was this segment. The final score was 80%, which is great. Alright, let's head to the main event of SmackDown between Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu, men's elimination chamber qualification match. The crowd loved this match, 89% crowd reaction. The match quality was 76%, which is a good match, I think. 3 stars, that's a good match. So therefore the final score was 83%, which I think is great. And Jey Uso actually pinned Jacob Fatu, causing Jacob Fatu's first loss since his debut in the WWE. Jey was the first to pin Jacob Fatu, and with that, Jey has qualified himself into the men's elimination chamber match. So that's great. I think the final score I'm really happy with, because I didn't expect this much high score for this match. But after the match, there was a big brawl, because of course the Bloodline could not take a loss as they should, so they try to attack Jey Uso, but Cody and Jimmy and Punk came out and saved, or not saved Jey, but they got into a brawl with the Bloodline. So yeah, this was the end of this show. You know, as the brawl goes on, the show is slowly turning to black, and it's over. So yeah, the final score of this segment was a 96%, which is great, I think. Alright. End show. Oh, 86% show. Oh yeah. That's really good. I'm really impressed with the show ratings. Wow. The popularity changes are there. We gained popularity in every region of the world. So that's also great. I'm really happy about this week's ratings, both Raw and both Smackdown, as I was happy about the last week's ratings too. I really enjoyed this whole process, and I hope as a viewer it was enjoyable too, and stuff. And if it's that way, if it's true, then I would like to ask you to please hit a like on this video, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the support and everything. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and bye!